right? You know, I got my initial contact, I got my problem solving where I interrogate reality. How do I close? Well, the close, if you've done everything else right, seamlessly happens. When you watch Brian Mendenhall's segment here, you'll see that the close is him continuing to make sure, and this, I'm glad in this role play, this couple keeps going back and forth, and this husband starts talking about how, yeah, I know I need it, but we really can't afford it, and maybe not today, and he stops him multiple times and talks about, were you just here when I talked to you and your wife, when you saw the tear in your wife's eye about what it looks like if you die? I painted that picture for you. What in the last 10 minutes did you come up with? And he's not offensive. He's not out of control. What in the last 10 minutes you come up with is fix this problem all of a sudden? And when the husband says, yeah, it's true, he goes, no, that's dead true. And it's just because he's passionate. You close. You have everything in the home is contingent upon the client knowing that you genuinely care. What gives us a license to be very, very honest and direct is the fact that we care so darn much that if we screw this up, the family gets hurt. And we don't want to live with that. That at the end of the day, when we lay our head in our pillow at night, we want to make sure we did everything in the world that we could do to protect every family that has asked for our help. We know out there's plenty of people that are going to have things happen. But the ones that reach out to us, put their name in that form, Brian made it crystal clear what their relationship looks like. The close came from his continued passion and his unwillingness to back down when things that were said were nonsensical. Well, we got this insurance over, so you don't have any insurance. It's through work, so you don't have any. He's not going to, you just don't have it. I'm not going to debate it back. You don't own it. Glad you have it for now. You're renting it. You don't own it. So watch what Brian is doing and saying and see how that close just occurs.
Awesome.
Let me go over what it would actually cost to go ahead and get the whole place protected, okay? And I can't guarantee coverage today. All I can do is take an application and see if we can get you guys approved, okay?
Yeah, so I think that we were just kind of looking to get some rates today. I know that she had filled it out, but I don't want to sign anything today. Okay. So I don't know, is this going to lock anything in? Is this going to set anything in stone? Pulling these quotes here, or do I have to sign anything today?
Okay. Bill, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Because I don't know if you were in the room when we just sat and kind of talked about what we talked about. But I don't know if you saw the tears in your wife's eyes, but we were talking about a hypothetical situation.
Right.
And she got so emotional. How would she maintain it if you didn't get this coverage today if something happened to you?
That's true.
No, Bill, it's dead true. It's serious. So if you weren't to do this today, what was your plan? Because let's go back to the plan that we figured out. There was no plan.
Right.
What's your plan that you came up with in the last 10 minutes?
Yeah, I guess we don't have a plan. I guess this would be it. But we'll see. We'll see.
You'll see what, Bill?
See if we can afford it, I guess.
Okay. So we need to, do you remember what I said in the beginning, Jasmine?
What's that?
The three things we were going to do today, I made sure that I was going to do this for you, is we were going to find something in your budget, not a penny over, right? We were going to make sure that you understood how the program worked and you liked the benefits. They need to make sense, right?
Yeah.
Did these benefits make sense?
Yeah, these ones I like.
They do, right?
Yeah.
Now, is there any reason why if I can get you to qualify, you wouldn't protect your wife and actually vice versa, you protect each other today?
Yeah, as long as it's in the budget, I think we're good.
That makes sense.
All right.
All right. We'll try to put this over so we can all see. Okay.
Yep.
So again, this is America. 200,000. Now, can I suggest something, guys?
Sure.
Because I kind of want to knock out two birds with one stone. I'm looking at your situation, and you guys have no other insurance, correct?
Just the
Just
work insurance.
You guys have no other insurance, correct?
Correct.
All right. So let's knock out two birds with one stone. 200,000 is your mortgage amount. This company allows us to go up to 300,000. Okay. I don't see why we wouldn't have an extra $100,000 worth of coverage if anything were to happen. We could pay the house off and have an additional $100,000. Does that make sense?
That would be great.
And you're still getting your money back. And the best thing is you guys are only 27, so you're locked in at 27 and healthy for the next 30 years. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
All right, so let's do 300,000 for each of you. I got 200 and $202 for you, $202.50. And it's actually $202.50 for both of you. Okay, for each of you, it'd be $202.50.
Yep.
$202.50. Now, here's what I'll show you. This is amazing. Because I know you're only putting 4% away right now in your 401,
Right.
which I don't think is enough, and we still need to talk about some retirement stuff I can help you guys with.
Sure.
But $202.50 times 2, that's only $405 a month. Okay. Now 405 times 12 months is $48.60 times 30 years. You ready for this? You ready?
Let's see it.
You're gonna get back $145,800 when you're 57 years old. You ready?
Yep.
You're 57 years old. House is paid off completely. You got 145. What are you going to do with $145,000 getting close to retirement?
I don't know. What do you want to do with
You're taking me on
145?
vacation.
Okay.
A nice one, a long one.
Would that help a little bit?
Definitely.
Yes.
All right, do me a favor, guys. Grab me your ID.
Absolutely.
All right.
So you saw Brian just kept it real. He didn't let up. He was consistent. He was direct. That was the close. You're getting ready to watch Millie. Very different person, right? Very different presentation. I really enjoy the fact that at the end, because a lot of times what clients will do is they'll kind of just, you go through the initial contact, the problem solving, and then when they decide that they're going to try to take a little bit of control is during that closing phase, right? You know, hey, I answered your questions, and at one point in time, I start trying to take her off track, and she just immediately stops me and puts her hands out very nice, like, let me do my job. I got it. Like, I'm stop. Very nicely. And the close. And she explains everything to me, how long I'll have this one for. And she's explaining so much and then asking real quick questions. I don't really have time to say anything. I'm not confused. I don't feel like I'm being rushed through it. I just feel like a professional's doing her job. That's all I feel. So I really know the two of those will help you out a lot. But again, they're so different, which makes them so amazing. The close has already been done. And what's great about the close is it's done. You know, I like Brian said, he says, I said, so it'll come out of my account once a month. He goes, your bank account will pay the bill once a month, which is, I'm like, okay, got it. It's like, no, just the way he interacts and how he continues to take control and what you see Millie do here. You have no doubt that she's already set the stage for the fact that I'm buying life insurance. Because I've already pretty much bought it. See, when you come to terms with the fact that your clients have already made the decision to buy life insurance when they fill out leads, you know, our job is really just not to screw it up. And again, good initial, good. All the things we're talking about on these episodes is how you do it. But as long as you stay the course and stay passionate and don't back down, when you're standing up from somebody, when you're standing up for somebody, you're standing up for a family that's going to lose the breadwinner, you don't back down. If you're doing the right thing, it's the right thing. It doesn't matter what's happening or how uncomfortable it is, what the consequences are. You just do the right thing. And we're doing it for families that have asked us for help. So I know Millie's will help you as well. So this is $50,000 if I die.
Correct.
And the other one's going to be how much if I die?
Well, give me a minute.
I'm sorry.
It's a computer.
Sorry.
I'm not.
Seem pretty fast.
It is fast.
Computers supposed to be really fast.
They are fast, but I'm just trying to keep up with them.
Okay.
All right. So you said you wanted to get buried.
Yes.
And we also said we needed 62. Let's see what 30,000 is. Okay. And this is an awesome program. Okay. Because we can get you approved right on the spot, so you'll get immediate coverage. And God forbid if anything happens. So now here's 30,000, and it's $141.40 a month. Now let me explain this to you
before
before you get it.
What's that total up to?
Just let me. Okay.
Well, I'm worried about the price. I want to make sure I can afford it. How much is it total?
All right. You know what? You're not even letting me do my job, but okay.
I can't. I get too excited.
All right. So here, I'm gonna do my job first, and then I'm gonna do your job because I need you to understand what this means.
Got it. Okay.
You've never had life insurance before, so think about this as a bucket. Okay, so you're going to pay $141.40 a month for until you die. Okay,
no matter how long I live.
No matter how long you live.
Okay.
Okay, but here's the cool thing about it. It has two buckets. Okay, the first bucket is for the 30,000. Okay, and that's some of the money goes in every month. It goes in here to pay for that coverage. Okay, the other bucket is a savings account. That bucket is your money.
Okay.
All right. And since you're not a great saver, because you said that to me, this will be an ideal plan for you. Okay. All right. So now, together, so what is going to happen is for 15 years, you'll have this payment. And you'll have this one.
Okay.
After that, you'll only have this payment. So that's $73.58. Oh, $73.58 plus $141.40 a month. So that's $214.98.
And does that price ever go up?
Nothing is going to change. The price is going to stay the same. At 15 years, this is going to expire. Okay. And this one is going to stay until you pass away. So you're covered on like I like to call it, you're covered in the beginning and you're covered in the end. Does that make sense?
And if I die in the next 15 years, my kids get both.
Correct. And if you die in a car accident, this doubles.
It does.
It does.
Okay. So it'd be $110,000.
Correct.
Okay. I can do that a month for what I need to get the coverage.
Okay.
I don't have, it's tight, but I can do it. I know I can make it happen.
Perfect. So what I need you to do is give me the names and the dates of your kids, and I also need your driver's license and where you want the banking, your banking information of where the money is going to get withdrawal from.
Okay. All right. You also, when you watch Millie's, it's kind of like Millie almost to me becomes like the teacher, I'm the student, which by the way, she's the agent, I'm the client. And just the way she directs everything, which gets me to that close process, gets me to where I need to be, and gets her to get a voided check, to go ahead and set up my application. Now you're ready to watch Mark Mead. Mark's got a really, what's neat, in this scenario, I have a condition that's not going to allow me to get the return of premium, even though I filled it out for return of premium. And I love the question asking, the writing down. He asks a lot of numerical questions. He writes everything down. I follow him. So we're in the close. And when I say, hey, I wanted my money back, like this is for my money back. Yeah, I got it. And he puts everything down because now he's got to explain to me. Looks me in the eye and says, well, they have these actuarial tables, and explains to me why I can't get it. If I can't get it, I can't get it. Doesn't mean I shouldn't get life insurance. Doesn't mean I shouldn't get covered. But the close is, you know what? You have a condition. No offense. You should be lucky. You're lucky you get insurance. I just tell clients sometimes, if I own the insurance company, I don't know if I would approve you. I don't. But I'm saying we have a myriad of problems here. With all due respect, ma'am, sir, with the amount of money they're going to give you and what they're going to charge you, if I owned it, I don't know that I would. But they will, based on these questions that you answered, and you're answering them honestly, so you're approved. So I really like the way Mark takes me through the close, takes you through the close, and stays the course as far as asking questions and pulling it all down. All of a sudden it becomes more official. If a doc asks you a couple of questions, you answer. All of a sudden he comes in with a pad, and it's kind of like when people are on it was joke around about they call and somebody's on a recorded line, like they oh my God, let me get focused. What am I going to do? And somebody picks up a pen and a piece of paper, and all of a sudden they're paying attention. And now there's structure. Now they're the one in charge. Now they're the manager. Now they're the leader. Now they're the mentor. Now they're the protector. So I know it'll help you.
All right, Sean. So basically what we're going to try to do is, 98% of clients that I work with that have, been in a stroke the last couple of years or 5 years or so, what we want to do is we want to put them in a position where if God forbid something happens to them, that the $50,000 in equity that you created, because what I need you to understand is you got a $100,000 note. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you got this bag of money in the base of $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of money. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, we definitely agree. It's a lot of money.
Okay. Mm-hmm. So, and this is your money.
Mm-hmm.
You follow? So we want to make sure that, God forbid anything happens, that your daughter can get this money. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
100%. Now, the first thing we want to think about is this, but in reality, the first thing we need to think about is this. Do you see how that makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
How making sure we secure this for her is the most important thing here?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because it's yours. You've already paid for it. Okay? So let's start here. $30,000 of natural death, $30,000 of accidental death. That means if you die by an accident, it's $60,000. Okay?
Okay. So but I have a $100,000 mortgage.
Yeah. I'm going over this right now.
Oh, okay.
So you can understand exactly how this mortgage payment protection works. So $30,000 of common carrier accidental death. Okay? So if it's a common carrier accidental death, meaning you're a fare-paying passenger in a plane, train, boat, bus, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The train jumps the tracks, plane goes down. It's triple indemnity. It's $90,000. Okay? But $30,000 for anything natural. Okay? The cash value on that, what this is going to cover is your mortgage is $760 a month. Okay? This is going to cover 36 months worth of mortgage payments. What it does is it buys your daughter time so that if God forbid something happens, she's able to not only grieve the right way, she's also able to pay the mortgage company while she puts the house on the market so she can get out this equity. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Okay. Now let me show you this other one. The other one's $20,000 for natural death, $20,000 for accidental death, $20,000 for common carry accidental death. Same thing across the board. The cash value's there, 24 months worth of mortgage payment protection. So this will give her 2 years of time, and if you wanted a lesser amount of time. And that one's only $17.14 a month. So.
And does this give me all my money back? Because the form said I pay, and at the end I get all my money back.
This is not good. Now it does have a cash value, but it's not going to give you all your money back.
Okay. Because I thought I was going to do $100,000, I was get all my money back.
Yeah, and if you were eligible for that, I'd be happy to show you that. Here's how it works, though. So these insurance companies, they've got what's called actuarial tables.
Yeah.
What that basically means is they're.
So you mean my heart thing makes me ineligible?
Yeah, which was your biggest fear. The biggest thing, I'm not even sure we can get this approved. Really, I don't know because I don't know where you're at and what they're going to look at. If all the drugs you're saying you're taking is true, I hope it is. Only one.
I'm not lying to you.
Okay, cool. Then when I put it through, hopefully we get an approval. But I have no idea. Okay. So it's going to tell me when I put it through. But I do want to make sure that.
How long is this payment good for? $106.31.
What do you mean?
Does it ever go up?
No, it stays the same, 100% all the time. You'll never
changes.
Never changes.
And how many years is this term?
This will take you to age 120.
Oh, I'm not gonna live that long.
Yeah, no, most people don't.
No, I'm 100% sure of that.
But it's gonna cover you. So I don't care if you die at 89, 79.
Okay.
By the time this mortgage is expired, if you outlive it to pay it off, then what will happen is the money there will be cash that accrued in the policy, and you'll be able to use that for whatever you want at that point in time. So again,
well, I can do this.
Okay.
I can do $106 a month.
Okay.
And I was figuring it'd be around $100 a month.
Okay. So $106 a month.
Do that.
And what we'll do is I'm going to take the application, see if we can get it approved. If you could do me a favor, just grab me a voided check.
Okay. I can definitely do that.
All right, Sean. So do you have any questions about what took place? You understand how the mortgage payment protection works?
Yeah, I mean, I understand what you explained to me here. Okay. I understand what if, and this covers me right away, right?
Yes, 100% day one coverage.
Okay. So, I mean, I understand all this. This I pay forever or until I die, which goes to age 120. And they're going to take it out once a month. I'm going to get a whole package to look at, though. Yeah.
And the good news is you were approved.
Okay.
So you were approved already online. Yeah. So what they'll probably do is probably the next 7 to 10 business days, you'll receive a packet.
All right.
And that'll be very similar to your homeowner's insurance. It's about as thick as that, and it'll tell you everything. But what I want you to do is when the policy comes out, call me.
Okay.
Call me, and I'll come back out. I'll go over everything with you. We'll go over everything so that it's 100% exactly what I said it was.
I want to make sure it's all
100%.
Okay.
And I want you to verify that. And then again, the peace of mind's there for your daughter. If God forbid something happens, if she ever predeceases you, God forbid, your son would be next in line. Okay.
Yeah.
So. Any questions about any of that?
No.
$106 a month, you're good?
I can do that.
Okay.
She's not going to stay here anyway. She'd sell the house.
Yeah, most likely. Which is, again, why we're trying to protect the
much nicer house than me.
It happens like that sometimes.
Okay.
She didn't marry yet, right? I was going to say.
No.
Listen, she's just doing well.
She's doing
good for her, coming out of college.
Yeah.
That's strong.
No, I understand it all.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
Very well, sir.
Okay.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you.
All right. Take care.
So you saw Mark. I mean, you saw the close. You saw what you need to do. You just continue to ask questions. Good things are going to happen. Now I want to bring on Frankie. And what's great about Frankie and his close, and you see Mike as he's role-playing in here, try to, get him off track a couple times. Well, I only want to get it if I can get my PMI down. And Frank kept bringing him back to, but it's about your kids, right? Like, what? Okay, gotcha. I hope that gets dropped for you too, Mike. But at the end of the day, it's about your children. And that's the close, right? It's getting that part when you see what Frankie's doing, when you see what does the voided check. See, everyone's, that's the voided check. You asked for it. He goes, I need you to get your license and voided check. It should be that nonchalant, by the way. You walk into a doctor's office, male or female, whoever it is, who's whatever medical assistant or nurse or nurse's aide goes, all right, I need you to go in there, take off your clothes, put the gown on, sit over there and wait. You take all your clothes off. They don't go like, and now they're very nonchalant because they expect, you're at a doctor's office. Why would you not go in there and put the robe in that ties in the back and you sit there and wait for 30 minutes or 45 minutes like as an adult? Yes, you fill out a form. You want life insurance. You're going to have to pay for it. Of course you need to give me a voided check. How do you think in 2018 you're going to pay for it? Voided check. So my point is, you don't get, he just says, I just need to get me a license and voided check. Which is what they all did. We didn't go as far as all the role plays. Everybody did the same. None of them went, oh my God, now here's the time. And anytime there was any objection of, well, why? Because the insurance carrier is weird like that. If they're going to give you $250,000, they need to have the monthly payment every month. They just need to be able to take it out somewhere. So, and you watch Frankie as he controls the appointment. Again, as you watch him through his entire videos and what he does, the demeanor doesn't change, man. He's a guy that connects with people. And when it's time for him to stop something that somebody's saying that's nonsensical or step up or challenge, somebody's got no problem doing it. But he does not do it in an emotional way. When you get really over the top emotional, passion and emotion to me are different. I can be passionate about something, which makes sense. But if I'm like emotional about you buying a lollipop, that's weird. Your family, I'd be weird if I wasn't. So as you watch Frankie go through his, I think you're going to learn a lot about how to go ahead and just close the deal out.
Okay, you have no life insurance. So is that too high? If you had to keep your payment the way it was now, you could not afford that?
No, I could afford that, yeah.
Okay, so how important is it to you to make sure that if something happens to you, your daughters are taken care of?
It's everything.
It's everything,
yeah.
Okay. So is it safe to say that you can swing that regardless? Like, this will be a bonus if we get the EMI dropped? Is that a safe statement?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, if it's not, like, I can come down a little bit. We could adjust the numbers. If you go, you know what, 168 is a little steep. I'd like to keep it around 125 or something like that. We can definitely do something like that. But you've got to be honest with me so I can help you the best way I know.
Yeah, no, I can definitely swing that.
Okay,
that's
perfect.
fine.
So what we're going to do today is we're going to send an application to the insurance company. They're going to look at your medications. They're going to look at your driving record. They're going to say yes or no. If they say yes, they're going to send a contract out to you. Now, in the contract, it's going to have all this stuff that you said sounds too good to be true. It will be in black and white, okay? If you don't see something, call me immediately and cancel the policy, because that means something's wrong. And I'm being kind of tongue-in-cheek. I've been doing this for a long time. I'm not going to tell you something that's not going to be there, but I need you to look at it. You'd be surprised how many times I go out to a house and look at a policy that someone might have and they never even opened it. Right. So get it, open it up, look for this stuff, look for the cash back, the price, all the level stuff. And then, you'll be covered for good. Okay. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. I just need you to grab me your driver's license and void check. We'll get the thing moving.
Okay.
Now, when you look at and you watched all these episodes on the close, and you're watching this one, you watch the individual segments and what they were doing, you understand that that's a done deal. Meaning, as long as I'm going to do the process, as long as I'm going to follow the steps, as long as I'm going to go ahead and do all the things I need to do, initial contact, interrogate the reality, going ahead and doing the problem solving. Once I'm here, now I got to push it over the top. Now, most people don't choose to sit around for 25, 30, 40, 45 minutes and talk to you unless they've decided they're going to go ahead and get the insurance. Unless you didn't let them know in the problem solving portion or even the initial contact portion that this is what we're going to do today. So you can't go through. There's no close if you never set the fact up that I'm here to sell life insurance. You've already bought it. At least 11 clients said. So you're here to sell me, and go, no, you've already sold yourself, sir. This form you filled out, you already sold yourself. I had never met you prior to you filling this out. I'm here to take an order. I'm here to see if you can get it, because not everybody can get the order placed. And I'm going to go ahead and help you place it, and we're going to see if you can actually get it filled, rather. I guess everybody can get it placed. I don't know if everybody can get the order filled. We're going to see if we can get your filled. You already decided you want life insurance, so don't give me too much credit for the fact that I'm here to sell you. Matter of fact, I'd challenge, sir, that you're selling me. You're selling me on the fact that you're healthy enough to get this. You're selling me on the fact that you care enough about your family, want to participate in this program. So when you watch the closed series, you watch how nonchalantly they say, yeah, give me your license and voided check, or medications, or what do you got going on? Regardless of what was said to them, it didn't matter, because you have to ask yourself this. I say this to agents all the time, new, older, didn't matter. When you roll up to the house, do you expect to close every appointment? I did. Doesn't mean I did. I expected that I close every one. If I got 1 out of 10 or 2 out of 10 that I knew I'm not chasing them. It's not what I do. I'm not delusional. I know I won't. What am I going to do that for? But that's quick. That's in and out. I'm not going to sit there for 35, 45, 50 minutes trying to kind of convince somebody to do something they don't want to do. But that's very much the minority of the people we meet with. They fill this thing out. The close is seamless. You got to stand behind what you say. You got to redirect, like you saw Brian Mendenhall do. You got to ask a lot of questions, like you saw Millie and Martin do. You got to put things down on paper. You need to provide structure. You need to do the things that Frank did. You just have to stick to your guns. You've come this far in the appointment, and by God, you're going to get a check to protect his family, because you know how detrimental it is to not do so. That's the close. Where the rubber meets the road is, I know what the right thing to do is, and they might not know that yet. I worked real hard to get them there, and here I am. And I need to close it. I go get it inked, get it done. Because I know the negative ramifications if I don't. And that's what I would say to people. You hear these guys say it all the time, these girls say it all the time. Sir, if I was selling you something else, it didn't matter. Who cares? If I'm selling you an umbrella and you don't buy it, so your hair gets wet, who cares? But I'm selling you life insurance. You've already sold yourself. I'm actually placing an order for you. And I know that if you don't get it, everybody else in this family is screwed without it. And there's no way in hell you want that to happen. And we have to go ahead and prepare. We're planning for the best and prepare for the worst. That's what return of premium is. I love one of the, I think it was Matt, said even if it was $3 or $4 or $7 cheaper somewhere else, you'd be saving less money return of premium, right? Yeah, did a lot of that like, hey, I'm your guy, I'm the person who's going to help you, and you're going to go ahead and want to work with me, and here are the reasons why. Educate me, ask me if you need something. The close is where we go ahead and wrap this thing up, and the client knows they're taken care of, know they can trust you, know you ain't going anywhere, you'll always be there to answer their phone calls, know you're the right man or woman for the job, and know that if they have any questions about anything insurance related at all, dial you. You are the one that will answer every question they've ever thought about having, because you're the professional. You know what you're doing. You've given them credibility for what they do. You've asked them questions about who they are. Maybe you've asked their advice on things in their field, but you've let them know the entire time from the initial contact on, it's your ball game, you're in control. It's their home, it's your game, because they asked for your help. When somebody asks you for help, you don't show up and go, what do you want to do next? They ask you. If they knew how to take care of it, they already would have. They don't. That's why they contacted you. So I hope this series helps you out tremendously. It helps you just watching and participating. Appreciate you guys.